tired of drawing and stuff.
Okay.
Dude, V8 engine gas grill for $500. It looks really cool, dude.
No.
That is cool.
Not $500, cool.
Dude. It's $500, cool. Are we live?
We're live.
We're live? How many people are in here?
Let's see. Tap to unmute. It says 3 people.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Hi, guys.
There's what? Three people in here? So
I think
one was you, the other one's got to be my mom. Hi, Mom. And other random person who are in the comments. What's up? As you read the title, this is the secrets that aren't so secret.
yeah.
So yeah, this is our monthly live that we do to hang out with you guys, chit chat, talk, tell you what we got going on, what we haven't got done, plans going forward. I don't know. We just kind of roll with it. We don't have a set plan for anything.
Yeah, it's kind of the
Answer
off.
questions. We just kind of talk and ramble.
It's kind of the off season now, so it's kind of like
Not for me.
yeah, not
busy.
for him. So I actually since our last live, I haven't been over. I've just been super busy at home cleaning my garage out. I got to make some room in my back garage if I'm going to work on the Beetle or the little yellow truck this winter. So I just made it back out here since the last live. I haven't been out to HQ since then. I actually came out today, the El Camino around a little bit, and basically got it ready for winter. Got the battery out of it and whatnot.
We're going to check. I recommended we check the antifreeze, and he said it'll be fine. So remember that.
Yeah, write that one down.
Come summer, because
We have a really good way of.
I'll be poking him because I said, hey,
Yeah,
check that.
yeah. So what have you been up to in the last month? I've basically been cleaning shop and collecting parts. We can get into those later, but for the last month since the last live, we've dropped a couple videos. What videos have dropped since then?
We just dropped the Coliseum Takeover with the El Camino doing its first actual burnouts and spinny rounds. It did really, really good.
I would say it not breaking, but we kind of lost the power steering pump like every outing.
I told you it was crooked.
And the battery also.
And the battery died because
Well, the fan, the electric fan.
somebody likes to run fans all the time.
Oh.
I'm telling you guys, like, I just got a comment from a guy the other day on some of our videos and stuff, and he made a comment about he could feel the intensity of me waiting in line to do the burnouts, and it is unbelievable how exhilarating and like your adrenaline's rushing and like how crazy nervous you get waiting in line to do stupid burnouts. Because you would think like, how hard is it? Like, I know what you're thinking right now, seeing home. You're like, all you gotta do is hold gas down and tire spin. Okay, done. But I'm telling you, when you're sitting in line, you're like, is this gonna break? Is that gonna break? What's gonna happen with this? Am I gonna screw this up? Is my tire gonna pop? Is this gonna happen? You know, like your brain's going like 1,000,000 miles an hour. So like every 5 seconds, he's like, I gotta turn the fans on. And then he's like, okay, I'll shut the car off. Oh, I better turn the fans back on. Turn the fans on. Because your brain, you don't know what to do because you're there, right? Like you're in it. And yeah, so anyway, I think it's kind of funny.
And then if anything goes wrong, like
It's
you
not
can't
like-
you can't get into your fire suit, then it's just like full blown like panic mode.
Oh yeah, weird crazy car set. Yeah, that wasn't me. That was him. It wouldn't fit in a suit.
I almost wish there was video of that. I almost wish that like somebody had a camera on it. 'Cause-
Okay. But I'm glad there's not video of that
Yeah.
I'm freaking out. Yeah, such a good time.
But anyway, guys, yeah. So yeah, it's great. It's a good time.
David W says, I finally caught up with you guys.
Hey, what's up, David?
Yeah.
You got any questions or anything for us? Let us have it.
So we had the Coliseum video drop. You also had the oil pump for the Buick.
Yep, I did the oil pump video, which, for being a big block Buick, I've actually found a lot of people that have got use out of that video, which I think is really cool.
I thought it was very informative. Like, I would have never thought, like, all the different measurements you have to do after you put that together. I would have been like, I just slap it together and go.
So what's crazy is a guy on one of the Facebook pages that I follow that's Buick-oriented stuff, and they tore the timing cover off of theirs, and the drive gear for the oil pump wouldn't spin, and they're like, oh, we don't know what to do. And so I sent them a link to my video. I'm like, hey, this explains everything about it, but I'm assuming your clearance was not correct.
It was less than 0.
Yeah, and but if you don't know, you don't know. I mean, that's but like I said, I've had a lot of people.
Harold
like
wants to know when you're going to let him see what your marketplace find was.
Oh, well, this is the super secret behind the scenes video. So should I let the cat out of the bag on that?
Is it close by?
Yeah, I think I left it lay over here.
Ooh. Yeah, let's. Yeah.
Want me to go get it?
Yeah, if you
Move your magazine.
Okay. If you talk about that, I'll talk about my super secret. I think we're on the same page.
It'll fit over there.
Oh, that's it? You're crazy. There's no way. Oh my God, not gonna make it. Not gonna make it.
Almost make it.
Make it. Oh my
Here,
God.
grab this side.
Yeah.
We'll set it up here on the table without breaking the granite.
You got the heavy end,
Do I?
clearly.
Can you see that? So here it is,
In all of its glory.
in all of its glory. Now, let me tell you guys, this is pretty wild.
Harold says, nice.
Yeah, so if you remember, there's a couple of garden tractors that I drug out of the back of that blue van that I got from my grandpa's house. And one of them he was still using. So I was hunting around on old Facebook Marketplace, and I happened across this snowblower. And it's brand new. It's never been used. There's still paint on the front edge of the auger, right here.
Yeah, and these pads down here.
The pads aren't wore. There's still paint on the bottom of the pads. And there's a cable back here, and when you turn this, the cable rides on here and turns your chute left and right. And the paint is still under the cable. I'll show you here. You can see where the cable is. It's not, the paint's not even wore off. And this has to be, because this is the exact model number for those two garden tractors when they were new, and they were 70 to 72. So that means this has got to be a 70 to 72. So it's, what, 50 years old?
Yeah.
And it's never been run in the snow, like ever.
It spins like completely free.
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
yeah, look at it. It's insane.
Okay.
So
Let's grab this thing.
the big story on this, oh, go put it away.
Let's just put it over here.
All right, I got it. So,
Yeah, that just showed up, what, today? Or
I
yesterday?
went and got that. So I actually left here 5 a.m. Saturday morning, drove 4 hours one way to buy that because I kind of kicked it around in my head and I thought, when
Are you gonna find
are you ever going to get the opportunity to buy something like that? It's 50 years old, never been used. It's going to fit perfectly on the front of that garden tractor, which is going to give me some really cool content for you guys because we can hook that up. We can set it all up. It came with all the linkage. I got everything but the drive belt. Of course, if I had the 50-year-old drive belt, it probably wouldn't be any good anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But Yeah, I'm gonna do some videos getting the cleaning the tractor out, getting it running a little better. Probably clean the carburetor and stuff. My uncle said it was leaking gas everywhere, and so he said just come get it. So I got that. We'll get that snowblower on there because winter's coming. I thought that'd be cool to use it. We can take real good care of it instead of buying somebody else's rusted out problems. I drove 8 hours on a Saturday morning, and I was home by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a huge drive. But the coolest thing was I told the guy what I was doing and that it was for my grandpa's tractor and stuff, and he took $50 off the price because he said, dude, you're driving 4 hours one way for this thing. And I'm like, yeah, I have to have it. I'm like, please hold this for me. And he was like, sure, not a problem. I got there, guy had a ton of old garden tractors that were his dad's. Somehow his dad ended up with this, and he said, it doesn't fit any of our stuff. So he's like, I convinced my dad we gotta get rid of it. So they were just happy it went to a good home. So we got that, and anyway, I'm excited about it. It's probably stupid, but whatever. I think it's cool. I'll drive it up and down the driveway, and we can do some cool videos throwing snow out into the weeds, and
You know what? Usually, like when you buy something like that, it means that it's not going to snow like all winter long. Like if you'd bought a
right. It didn't snow all last year though, so we're gonna get pummeled this year.
Like if you the next thing you need to buy is like a snowmobile. Like if you had a snowmobile and a snowblower,
right.
like it's not snowing.
Right,
like,
for sure. Yep.
Like
yep.
it's not going to snow forever.
But like the thing I do is what everybody else does. I'm sure is when I get something that I think's cool, or there's something I want to get that I think's cool, the first thing I do is I go to YouTube and I go, I want to watch somebody else play with one of those. So then I Google it on the old YouTube there, and it shows up or it doesn't. And so I've been playing around with the garden tractor. I'm looking at videos online, and there aren't a whole lot of YouTube videos on that specific garden tractor. There aren't a whole lot of videos of that specific snowblower or anything like that. So I think it'll be cool to be able to make some videos and go, hey, look, if you have this snowblower and you're just broken, this is what a brand new one looks like. That's not broke, or this piece isn't missing, or whatever. Man. This is how you mount it on the tractor. This is how you whatever.
I thought you were going to talk about something else that you just got very recently in the mail.
No, that I didn't have to drive to get that.
That just showed up in the mail.
That was shipped to me from a guy.
I mean, I think that's a good next topic. I mean, if we both...
What, you don't have nothing to share? What kind of crap are you getting? What you got going on since you ain't been here?
So, I'm working on a big block Chevy build. So, I ordered some Brodex heads. Those are apparently unattanium. They take quite a while to kind of get your hands on them.
Well, they're making them out of blocks of aluminum, I assume.
Yeah, they're casting them and then machining them. But yeah, so they've been on their way. They've been on their way since before the last live.
Yeah.
I have a pair of. I don't think we've ever said that. I don't think we've ever said this either. I have a pair of 454 blocks sitting at my house that I picked up a few months back.
Yeah, so you got two of them are identical.
I got
performance blocks.
Yeah, I got two identical cast numbers. They're the really late 4th gen ones.
And then you got that red-headed stepchild.
And then I got a really early one. So I got 3 of them at the same time. So I got a big block Chevy build going on. I got an intake for it. I got a Edelbrock Victor Jr. with the EFI intake for it because I really do like EFI. I know that it's going to be more hassle, it's going to be more cost, it's going to be more pretty much everything, but I really like EFI. I mean, Dustin's great at tuning carburetors. I'm not. So EFI is a little more friendlier to me. So I think at least maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but
EFI's cool. Like I don't have a problem with it, except it's a lot of wires, and I'm old school, and I just like being able to get dirty and then.
Yeah. So I also got the Holly.
And it's way more expensive, and I'm poor.
Yeah, it's way more. So
when I get money, I'm like, what do we do? How do we make the shop cooler. I end up
Yeah.
buying tools so that I can do stuff and
Yeah, work on my junk.
Yeah, and Jason's like, I'm gonna buy a fuel injection system.
Yeah, so to go with that, I got the intake with the EFI, the Edelbrock Victor Jr. Intake, and then I got the Holley Dual Sync distributor, and then I also got a fast throttle body for it, which is really cool throttle body. I don't know if you guys know think about these things at all, but the fast EFI throttle body actually uses all GM sensors in it, so it's basically it would be the same as an LS, but it could go on a small block or a big block. So it basically takes care of all your.
It eliminates half of the problems you had with that Volkswagen.
Yeah, it eliminates 3/4 of the problems that I had with the Volkswagen. So those two will work really good together, and then I should be able to use either a Holley HP or a Holley Terminator X, and be able to run it. So that's my engine build that I got going on.
800 wires.
800 wires. What about your engine build? You got an engine build going on?
No, I don't build engines, Jason. I break them. No, I don't know. We have any more questions?
David W. just says he's still using his dad's old 1985 Simplicity mower. So great
Nice.
find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed a couple of videos that he did at the auction where they had like all those lawnmowers and they were like auctioning them all off. I'm like, man, that's so cool.
You would have all.
They probably had parts for that mower. If I'd have known, I'd have went there and came home poor because I'd have had like 7 more of them.
You would have a garage full of lawn.
I would. I don't know, dude. I'm a sucker for stuff, and I'm like, that's cool. I'll just take it
Yeah.
all, and then
Yeah.
But I got those 3 mowers. Only 2 of them. I got to put the one back together,
Yeah.
and then because my grandpa, didn't have a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
So then
So
he's like, there's nothing wrong with this mower, but I have to store it in this van and it doesn't fit. So he stripped it down into little pieces and then put it away. And of course, there's no instruction manual because it's not, it's not a model car. So I'm like, how am I going to put this back together? So then my uncle's like, come get this one. And I'm like, sweet. At least I can look here and go, where's this bolt go? Go look at the mower that's still put together.
Yeah. Those were actually, those were in the blue van.
One of them was,
Yeah.
and stripped all the way down.
Yeah.
And then there was a third one that I have that was out there underneath a tarp, and he had been cannibalizing it to keep the other 2 going he literally passed away, what, a year and a half ago? When Grandpa passed away?
Yeah.
And he was still using the one over there that's together to drive around and stuff.
I think your
2
grandpa's
years?
been gone for 3.
3?
I think January is 3.
Been a long time. That sucks.
It does suck.
But anyway, so that's sweet mowers. And then, So is that a pretty cool secret? I think that's a pretty cool secret. Jason wants me to dump the cat out of the bag on the other stuff.
Well, this is like
So I
top
will.
secret, not secret, secrets, not
Oh yeah, it's-
public knowledge. Yeah.
So the cool thing about my YouTube channel is it's free, right, to subscribe. And then I have top secret lives
Yeah.
where I tell you everything, where everybody else, they go, hey, I got this, whatever they call that, Patreon, and then I'll tell you all my secrets behind the paywall, and I'll tell you I'm not getting paid. And there's no wall, except, you got to be at the live to get all the insider information, because that's where all the cool stuff happens. Okay, so I will split the cat out of that. Let me go hustle up some more secrets.
Yeah, see, he's got all the parts here because this is HQ, so he has parts available that he can show off. I should have brought some. I think I'll bring some big block parts next time if I have them.
All right, so this just came in the mail.
What's in the box?
I don't know.
It's long and skinny.
So this is TA Performance Stage 1 camshaft for Buick 455s,
So what's that?
which is sweet. These TA Performance is basically about the only people that carry these, and I found one because I'm cheap,
on the interwebs.
and I found this on Facebook Marketplace. A guy was selling it, and so I convinced him to graciously mail it to me, and I got a smoking deal on it compared to the price of a brand new one. I mean, this one is brand new, but you know, if I went through TA and purchased it directly through them. So I am on the path to collecting Buick parts to take the 455 to stage 1. So of course, in order to do that with the Buick, I have to have a cam. I got to get the heads redone and ground to stage 1 valves, and then in order to take full advantage, you got to have an intake and a carb. So I know what I need, and I am on the hunt because again, I could go out and buy a B4B intake for $550 at Summit, but I'm gonna try to not do that. So I'm gonna try and find us a used one somewhere, and then we'll see who can do bigger burnouts.
Hey, I think Carmen with just a little bit more. I think I mean, if she,
Hey, they can't tax me for the parts if I don't have receipts. It's all garage sale fines, basically.
yeah,
I like to do things on the cheap, like you know, save $100 here and move it over there.
yeah, but you know, Carmen's really close to like on a standing burnout. You know, just say like a new Paris burnout. Like she'll go first, second, and she'll just about pull drive.
I can go into drive. The problem
I'm
is I
just
can't stay
in
there.
drive. Yeah.
But this cam is supposed to give me, according to TA's website, this cam will give you 20 horse over stock. Now, the Buick is supposed to be 320 horse, the way it sits with 450 foot-pounds of torque. So with this cam, of course, I've already ported the heads and the intake and the manifolds that are on it now, so it's got a bunch of miles on it. I'm not gonna, you know, go and say that I dynoed the thing and it's 500 horse or anything crazy. I'd like to be a reasonable person and say that it's probably at least at the 320 it was new, maybe a smidge over that. With this cam, that ought to buy me the 20 horse. I ought to be able to get an intake on there. A couple of other Buick guys. What's up? You got a question?
Yeah, Harold wants to know, he's just got a basic car question. How do you find out what to gap a spark plug at?
Well, according to some popular demand, spark plugs are pre-gapped. But everybody has their own opinion. I'm going to tell you, they're not pre-gapped because it only takes one person to drop it before they hand it over the counter, or, you know, like the old GM 45s and 46 and all the old AC Delco spark plugs and stuff. They come, they're supposed to come gapped at whatever the standard is, like 45 thousandths or 40 thousandths or something. But different applications are going to want that to be a little different. So you should really check. Usually you can just Google the car and the model, and they'll give you what your spark plug should be gapped at, and then you just use a feeler gauge or the little spark plug tool.
Or a Chilton's manual.
Or Chilton, yeah, well, it depends on how old the car is you're looking at. But they did still make Chilton's books, because I have some for like 2000s cars.
Didn't you find one for me for the Volkswagen?
Yeah, but that was an old one.
Yeah.
And your Volkswagens are old. I'm talking about like Harold's Jeep is like a, I don't even remember what year it is. Like an 08 or something.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's not like a 70s.
So what's the proper gap on a Buick 455?
38 thousandths, I believe. 35,
Okay.
38.
Put it down in the comments below, guys.
It says it on my fan shroud, Jason, so I don't have to remember that useless information. When I need it, GM, put it right where I need it.
Harold also says, I have one for the truck.
Cool. Yeah, those are handy. I've got one for, I buy them as, much as I can get them.
So
All the ones that span like lots of years and stuff.
Yeah, so if you get the cam.
So cam, intake,
Headwork.
I've been talking to some Buick guys that build, they know what they're doing. They've been drag racing Buicks for a long time, and they're well versed in the 455s. And they told me I need to put a 1-inch spacer plate and some other stuff so I can maximize my torque, my horsepower, and all that fun stuff. So I'm hoping that when I get all this done, stage 1, we're going to be like 360 to 370 horse. And then when I get it done, if it's 280 horse, I'm going to pretend it's 370. I'm going to tell everybody it's 370.
375.
Maybe, yeah, 375 sounds cool. We'll go 375 horse, and then
Gotta pump those.
it's
numbers
got
up.
it's got a Smokin Eagles Ride Shop sticker on it.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
that's
that's-
like 20 horse all on its own.
So if it's losing a little on those rings, maybe that's
We
good.
cleaned the rings with a wire brush, remember?
Yeah. But
There
yeah,
isn't
so
even any carbon buildup in there.
so 375 should get you like just over that hump to where you get into drive and it wants to pull it down and it should just like level it off and go.
And it should go from the 450 foot-pounds of torque to technically about 510.
Oh man,
Which
that'd
is
be-
insane.
yeah, that'd be a game changer. So that would literally be a game changer for Carmen for next year.
Oh, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean, that's literally the difference between doing a burnout in first gear or doing a burnout in second gear if you're doing a skid.
It's a lot of work.
And then like a standing burnout, that's the difference between only being able to go to second or being
Oh,
able
I'll
to
be
go
in third for sure, and
Yeah.
it'll just hang there. Especially with a better carburetor, because I'm running that
Yeah.
old quadrant junk that's
Oh, man.
it leaks fuel everywhere and everything else. But
So just some tweaks on where it's at and Carmen should be like ready to roll for next summer. I mean, considering like this time last year, like you were
my heads were laying on the bench.
yeah, your heads were laying on the bench. You were trying to drag the Carmen into the garage with a 4-wheeler.
Yeah, because I didn't even know if it would run. There's still mice living in the intake.
Yeah, there's still mice.
So technically, last year I was ahead of the game because, the heads were already off the car. I still got to pull the heads off. I got to take them down to the shop and get the machine
work
work
done.
done,
Yep.
and then I got to get them all bolted back on. But at least I know everything works, everything functions.
Yeah. Yeah, should
This cam also moves the power band.
Ooh.
So Carmen they rate them from basically it gets all its torque at 1800 RPM
We'll shift it up.
to 3500,
Mhm.
and it should shift it up to like 2100
Oh,
to like
okay.
4500.
So
If you go stage 2 or stage 3, I think they're good to like 5500, which guys are always like, oh, it's a big block, can't blah blah blah. But if you look, I mean, these
Yeah.
guys that are drag racing them, they're running them 5500 RPM.
So that should be a nice. I mean, that should be a nice winter, solid upgrade for Carmen.
Just the fact that I'm moving the power band up a little bit is
Yeah.
going to get me more RPM, which is going to get me more wheel speed, even if I don't have any more horsepower or torque.
Yeah, you can
Just
hang.
moving that wheel speed up a little bit is going to help. So I got so many things that are really going to help this burnout
Yeah.
car and the engine and everything. And then I got some other tricks up my sleeve that I've been shopping for
Yeah.
that
So
people don't know about.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
maybe next video. But yeah, like as far as the Elko goes, I'm just putting it away for the winter. Like I'm putting a solid car away right now. That is like a known, like pretty decent burnout car. I mean, honestly, if we do nothing to it other than get it running again in the spring, and we're off to Cletus and cars.
I better bring a jump box and a
Yeah.
power steering pump belt.
Yeah, I mean, there's some there's some little things, but like honestly,
There's not a month's worth of stuff to fix. I mean, that's
no. It's a solid burnout car. As we sit here right now today, we put a solid burnout car, away for the winter.
yeah.
If this big block goes good over the winter, if this big block build goes good over the winter, if other parts are relatively easy to find, if they're not unattainium, and the timeline is good, maybe that'll be going.
Were you thinking February? Start sticking that motor in there.
Gosh, I'm like just from going with heads that took a month and a half, that are going to take a month and a half to get, if not longer. Like it just scares me that like I'm gonna get to like, oh, I need pistons, and it's gonna be, oh, you're gonna wait 3 months.
Yeah, but those pistons aren't specific to those heads.
No.
So the pistons should be on the shelf somewhere.
Yeah, but it's just
that stuff should be obtainable. It's those heads. It's it's a lot of machine work to have a couple of sets of heads laying
Yeah.
around that you sell 2 of a year. So
yeah.
my assumption is they make them as they get.
Well, and they also have a huge just backlog. Like I talked
well, it's winter time.
I talked to Brian. I talked to Brian at Head Motors and then
Our engine builder guy.
our local engine guy, And then I talked to Brodex like directly, and you know they were like, "Hey, like we're swamped. Like we can't make stuff fast enough right now."
I think it's like surgeries and stuff. In the wintertime, it's the off season, and so all the drag race guys
Yeah.
and roundy pound guys, they're all getting their motor work done.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense,
So I placed
yeah,
it.
I mean, that's
So I placed an order, put the money down, and I mean they're still on their way, and it's like
there isn't a line for my Buick parts though, so I'm sure I could order them and just.
But you also got to.
I get the one that's on the shelf.
Yeah. But so I would like to stab that. I'd like to stab that in by April. I'd like to say that it's going to be done and ready
I'd
to
shoot
go.
in February.
And I agree with you. Like shooting for February is a more realistic goal. But my word, I'm not even certain of the hurdles that I'm going to have to jump over. So
Well,
I'm just trying to worry about
what
the ones.
transmission? You're going with turbo 400, right?
Yeah, but they're gonna want to know. They're gonna want to know like your cam and your displacement and your compression and what fuel and all that stuff. They're gonna want to know all that stuff to get the torque converter right for the transmission. So like I need to be down the motor path a good
I'm
chunk
glad
of the
you
way.
like paperwork because this is a lot of work. You know what I'm going? What's the biggest damn thing GM makes? 455. Buy one of those. What's the best transmission? Turbo 400. Okay, we'll bolt those two together.
Yeah.
And what carburetor dumps the most fuel the fastest? I'll tweak it.
Yeah.
Hold till 4. Let's do it.
But I'm just going a different direction with it. I'm having
Yeah,
fun
it's
with
it's
it.
a legit build, and yeah, and you're doing all the math and
So
figuring it out.
but honestly, the Elco's pretty solid right now with a little 350 in it that's in it. So I'm not.
If you, yeah,
I don't feel. I guess I don't feel the pressure of like I have a hard deadline that I have to make. Like there is a deadline. Like again, like late February. If it's not here by, if I don't know that it's coming on its way by Groundhog's Day, like February 2nd, if I don't know like where the end is in sight, if I can't see the end at Groundhog's Day, then
as far as having the engine
yes,
and the transmission
yeah, if
in
I
hand.
yeah, if I can't see the delivery dates at that point, then yeah, it's probably not going to go in for April. But who knows?
Well, if I was you at that point, I'd start buying small block stuff.
Start getting some cams and some heads.
Yeah, because that stuff is obtainable.
Yeah.
But you know me, I'd be buying it used at the swap meet.
Yeah. Lots of swap meets going on.
But not only is this stuff obtainable, but I'm buying the cheapest damn used one I can find.
So what other projects that
Save $50.
I came over. There was a Tahoe in the bed in the bay
It's
today.
a Suburban, but that don't matter. That ain't a project for the channel.
It's
It's
not
just
So what other projects you got going on?
So I just made a burn barrel, so that video will be coming out on how to make a burn barrel. It's quick, 10-minute. It'll probably be a 10-minute video or something. Just
Yeah.
something to drop, some content for people.
Something
The Camaro is the next thing on the list, and I keep saying I'm going to start that this week, but I had to get the burn barrel thing done. I had to get the shop cleaned out so that I have room to make a mess and start painting on this. Everything is all cleaned up over there and ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to start recording Camaro content probably this week, next week, week after that, and along with getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all our holidays and stuff. Not that I'm using those as excuses to not get stuff done, because I will be getting stuff done. But yeah, so I'll be doing that, recording for the Camaro, and that's another reason why I kind of got this snowblower thing. Well, I got snowblower because of the Smokin deal, but the garden tractor thing, and I got a mini bike project that I'll be working on this winter too. It's an old, I believe it's a 1970, right after they quit making the Mickey bikes, and it's got the cool 8-hanger handlebars and stuff. It's an old, super cool old mini bike. I'll research all the history on it and stuff. I don't remember off the top of my head now, but it's got some really cool history behind it. And as far as like the company that built it and all that kind of stuff. We're going to be painting it because I'm going to be painting the Camaro, and so I'll be doing all that at the same time.
Harold says he has a few projects you can help him with.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. You have to hit me up and let me know what you got going on here.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what I'll be doing is working on the Camaro, filming for the Camaro, and then I'll be using these smaller projects to keep content coming out in between block sand and doors and stuff. Because I don't want to go, 4 or 5 weeks without having a video for people because I'm busy trying to sand the lid down.
Block sand.
Yeah, there's only so much like, how do you fix this dent? Okay, well, this dent looks just like that dent. It's just different size. So, I mean, you don't really get a lot of quality content out of it. So.
Yeah.
I want to be able, and I also don't want to get bored, so I want to be able to kind of move around, do some stuff. My goal is to have the Camaro running and driving and stuff early next summer so that I can start driving it kind of like I drive the blue truck, which, is 2 to 3 times a week if I to work and around town or whatever. Maybe make some parts runs,
Yeah.
do some burn-offs or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fun,
And that's
and
kind of.
I miss driving my.
Yeah, I have Susbug still in my garage. I'm swapping a motor into it. The motor that went in it over the summer, right about the time we put the turbo on it, that motor got hurt because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. So I have a motor sitting, so I'm going to swap a motor into that. I had a really, it always ran really hot, like way too hot. So,
I didn't know you didn't have a temp gauge.
yeah. Apparently 250 degrees at a little hot. So I have a bigger radiator for it. I have a bigger fan for it. More air through a bigger radiator up in the front. And then I also have an auxiliary to get more coolant away from the engine. The engine has a real priority. Those little VR6s have a real priority loop on the engine itself, and it doesn't really let very much go to the radiator to start with. And the motors actually come stock from the factory with a auxiliary pump to get it to the radiator.
Huh.
So it's kind of like, oops, maybe I need
It's
that.
that German engineering at its finest.
Yeah, so maybe I need that. So I'm going to add a pump back to try to get it tooled down. And I'm going to take the turbo off of it. I'm going to swap a new engine into it. I'm going to take the turbo off of it. I'm going to put more coolant in it, more coolant up in the front of it. And then one of the big things that I'm kind of looking forward to is taking it to FSI, which is a local tuner that we have, and having them actually tune the damn thing because, yeah, I've spent a lot of money to be cheap on getting help where I need it the most, and that's in tuning the damn thing. So I'm gonna get that accomplished. I think that's gonna make a lot of content because me and Dustin were talking about it. It's like, one thing I really don't do is like contribute content to the channel other than like these lives and like hang out and burn tires off and whatnot.
Or bringing your junk over here, and,
Yeah.
and we work on it over here, and I record everything.
Yeah, he's still
Which
like,
is fine.
which
whatever.
yeah, he's still the majority of the recording stuff. So we were kind of talking about it earlier today, and maybe we can pick the cadence up a little bit of video drops if like I'm helping make content. So I've spent the last 3 weeks, 3 weeks or so cleaning my garage so that I can get both of my little projects in there. And we've been talking about cameras and tripods and whatnot, and I really think that maybe it's time for me to step up and help the channel out a little bit and deliver a little content. I'm not sure everybody loves Volkswagen content, but hey, that's what you're going to get from me at my home shop.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all different, Jason. We can use a few more weirdos.
But yeah, I got the Susbug engine swap and the better coolant system. I have all those parts on hand right now, so I'm ready to go on that. And the little yellow truck is the other project that's in my garage, and I just got like the last round of parts, the last round of parts that I need to VR6 swap the little yellow truck. I waited on a radiator. It's a great little radiator. It's specifically for a MK1, which that Volkswagen Rabbit is an MK1 series, and for a VR6 swap into an MK1. So it's a very specific built radiator specifically for VR6s. In that little truck, the radiator bolts right in. It's got dual fans on it. It's a really slick unit. I just waited for going on 5 months to get this. So it finally showed up. So that was kind of the last piece of the puzzle that I've really been waiting around for to get started on this project. So now that it's in the garage, I have 2 really good projects in my garage, and I have probably 99% of the parts that I need to really get working on these things. So, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to starting putting hours in on these things, and, you know, helping the channel a little bit and actually getting some content.
There's a lot of people that like your Volkswagen stuff. The problem is, you know, they're without them being here full time.
Yeah.
We're not providing enough content
Yeah.
of that stuff. So
Yeah.
if Jason can kind of do like a video log thing or whatever he feels comfortable doing, recording his own stuff, working on it at his place, and then we can put it on the channel, because when it comes here, we're going to put it on the channel anyway.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's going to be more content for you guys to watch, and yeah, and then people can pick and choose what they want to watch. If they go, hey, Volkswagen's really cool, I'm only going to watch Volkswagen videos. That's cool. We'll have a whole playlist of Yellow Truck, a whole playlist of, you know, Susbug. If you like the Buick stuff, go, hey, there's a whole list of Buick stuff, Camaro stuff. Like I want to have a wide variety of content of everything we're working on, not just, you know. I mean, that's why I'm making a burn barrel video, because I'm doing it. What did I do? I mean, I did what everybody else does, or at least I feel like everybody else does, and I go, I need a burn barrel. So of course, I get on YouTube and I go, how do I make a burn barrel? And I look on there, I can figure it out myself, but I want to see what 7, 8, 10, 15 other people have already done, and then put my own little twist on it. So that's what I did, and I thought, hey, just like them, I'm going to share it with everybody else. I know it's not direct car content, but it's cool stuff. So, you know, try and get as much stuff out there to people that we can, have a good time, and
Yeah, just share.
yeah.
And I really do. I love coming over here. I love helping Dustin work on stuff. I love sharing. Like, I mean, like how many videos did we do on the Elko? But it's always been up to you to film it. I mean, there's days that I've been over here working on it, and there's like no camera going, because I'm just focused on working on it, to where Dustin would actually like stop and explain stuff to you, and I'm just over here thrashing. And he's got other stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, don't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you got to record that.
like,
People are going to want to see that. That's something I'd want to see. If I try and think of,
like
if I was at home watching it,
Yeah.
what would I want to see?
like the day I put the lowering kit on the thing. Like, how many times did I take, you know, the...
Yeah, you could have recorded all that, and it could have been a whole video of lowering an El Camino.
Yeah.
And it was kind of content, just kind of...
And I mean, that was
didn't get...
Yeah, that was a 10-hour day back here just by myself. But yeah, again, like...
I could have edited it into 8 minutes.
Yeah. God, it's so true. The 12-hour days. 12-hour day in the garage. Like, work until you're, like, delirious. And, like, yeah, it makes the video, and it's like... It's like a 3-minute clip.
Yeah.
Of, hey, guys.
Before, after.
Yeah. Look at all this work we did. Ah.
But yeah, so we're working on the content. I think our content is getting better.
Yeah. Dude, I think the Coliseum video...
It was really good. The problem with the Coliseum video and some other videos, you know, our burnout videos, is in the wintertime we can't make burnout. So, I mean, we can, but not like, you know, during competitions and stuff. So, and we kind of want to go like do other stuff. So something Jason and I had talked about before was like, he's got all these Volkswagens. He thinks they're super cool, blah, 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 blah. And so if he wants to go do a Volkswagen thing,
like Wookiees in the woods.
he should be able to go do a Volkswagen thing, like whatever it happens to be. Let's say it's drag racing or whatever that thing was he's talking about.
Wookiees in the Woods is a really cool one. They go down to the Dragon Tail down in North Carolina. It's like a...
Oh, yeah. I seen guys ride crotch rockets and stuff.
Yeah, they do Volkswagens
And
down
it's
there.
all Volkswagen stuff. So I
fun
can't necessarily go and do that. I don't have a Volkswagen, and, you know, we got day jobs. So, you know, if he can get the time, if he can go do that, if he's got... You know, he's used to recording and creating content and doing his thing with his stuff. He can go, hey, I'm going to this, and then I can go, cool. And then, you know, he can go, he can make his own content at that event and do that thing. And
have a
It'll
good
all
time.
be on the channel. It'll really expand what the channel can be.
Yeah, US 131 up in Michigan, they have
Yeah,
two
the drag strip. Yeah.
up there. They have two Eurofest throughout the summer that are huge. I mean, they've been going on for 15 plus years.
Yeah.
And you can literally, if you have a Volkswagen, you can get in the car show for like $5, and for like another $20, they'll let you take passes on the drag strip.
Yeah. Buick Nationals, they do the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can go down there and run with the Buicks and stuff.
yeah.
Because I think that'd be fun. But
Yeah.
if I was gonna do that, I'd take a Buick 455 and I'd put it in something that would make the Buick people mad,
Like a Studebaker.
like a Studebaker. Or get like a street rod, like a 32 Model A street rod, and put a 454 or 455 Buick in it,
Oh,
and then
man.
take it down there and go, I'm gonna run some laps. And they're like, that's a Ford. Nope. You said all it's got to do is be Buick powered.
Yeah.
I'm here, brother.
I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. So there's other events that could be a lot of fun. That not necessarily are Dustin's thing, but are kind of mine thing. And there's also events
And vice versa. So we
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to be tied to each other,
Yeah.
but yet we can get
content.
content to people.
Yeah.
And but Jason's gonna
I'm gonna try,
he's
guys.
gonna be kind of
I'm gonna
starting
try.
out from scratch, and
Be
so
be
we'll-
kind. Be kind. I'm new.
Yeah, he'll
not-
catch enough crap from me if he sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a week's worth of work, and it's gonna edit down to like a 3-minute video. And Dustin's like, I'm not posting a
Yeah.
3-minute video.
He can edit his own. Like we don't have all the specifics all figured out on any of that crap, but
Yeah.
that's our
We're gonna
game
try.
plan. That's
We're gonna give it a good
our
try.
inside thing. So we'll see. He's just got to get in the habit of figuring out.
Well, I think that, and then I think one of the big obstacles that was holding me back was I really didn't have a clean or organized workshop. My place is like, I think you came over and worked one time, and it's like there's almost not enough room for 2 people to work in the garage. It's so tight. But
And he's got little cars.
but yeah, and I got
Carmen
little-
wouldn't even fit in there.
Oh no, there's no way. There is no
The
way.
bumper would be like hanging out the garage door.
I don't. I think it's wider than the garage doors too.
Probably.
Okay, if Carmen was okay, if we got Carmen in the garage,
Uh-huh.
could we work on it?
If we were inside it,
Yeah, if we were working on Dash, if we were working on the Dash,
you could stand outside and hand me tools through the window.
that's about what you could do. My place is not very big, and it wasn't
But I'm
very.
used to that. I mean,
And it wasn't very clean, so like having somebody over, I think there's like a video where Dustin comes over, and I mean it's like a little cave.
yeah.
So
But he should start working on that. And yeah, whatever he gets, I mean, even one video is more than,
yeah,
it's one more video for everybody else to get. So,
we'll try.
yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I got a good one. How many people we got in here now? 4 people?
Oh my word!
Sweet. So guys, here's one for you. I got a question for you guys. What kind of content do you want to see? Is there a video that we haven't made that you think we should make, like how to change a tire on a Volkswagen, or what bolt pattern is the wheel on a Buick or something?
Yeah.
Like, is there something that you see that you're like, that'd be a really cool video? Why isn't he making that? Or
Yeah.
why aren't they recording this? Like,
Yeah,
let me know. Maybe we need to throw softballs at that snowblower and see if it'll shoot
Yeah,
them
what-
out.
yeah,
and Jason
yeah.
can hit it with a baseball bat. I don't
what
know.
what? Yeah, we should like kind of like will it blend? We'll just like will it blow, and we can just throw it in the.
Will
blower.
it eat? Blah! Throw broccoli at it because I hate broccoli. That'd
Yeah.
be a good use of broccoli.
Yeah, throw heads of lettuce in it.
I don't know. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
I don't want to destroy the snowblower because that's stupid.
Well.
But again,
I'm not opposed to it.
message something. What?
Yeah, you want us to put
Let
like
us know.
model cars together?
That would be cool. That'd be fun.
We should have a.
I don't know.
Can you pan up over that? Above the.
Oh, my cool model cars. Yeah.
There's a glare, so you can't really see.
all my cool model cars up there.
Should we have a model car build
Yeah,
off.
if anybody has any of the Days of Thunder model cars, let me know because I'm trying to hunt them all down.
Or any movie car.
Or yeah, cool movie cars.
I could go for a Herbie.
Of course. You should have painted Sussbug to look like a Herbie car.
Man, I
You
think
know how much more popular it would be
if it was a Herbie.
if it was a Herbie car? Like, people already like it, and they're like, this is crazy. What is this thing? But if you painted it like Herbie, and then they showed up and it was glued together with street signs and crap, people would be like, oh, wow.
Oh boy. We should put a camera, like, yeah, we should put a camera. We should go to more car shows and we should just put a camera inside of it just to get people's reactions when they look inside of that
Or
thing.
get a little, one of them little sound making things that makes it make Herbie noises.
Little Herbie on it. Yeah, so I think we talked about that, like not just burnout content videos next year. Want to get
Right.
We
So
go
yeah,
do
try and
other
expand
things.
out a little bit because again, like we've got so many projects. Like I have the Camaro, and then I have
the
like
truck.
the truck, mini bike, all this other stuff. So we're trying to kind of do a lot,
Yeah.
and so I don't want to just every other week drop a burnout video. Although burnout's
Burnout's
lots
pretty
of
fun.
They're tons of fun.
I am not opposed to more burnouts. I am really not. Like, as much fun as I have doing a burnout, like, it's too much fun.
Yeah.
But like,
So we'll probably, like, I think next year I'll probably continue to go and do like the Night of Destruction stuff. I'm probably just gonna film a little bit less
yeah,
of those and some other, and try and spread our content out a little bit more.
I'd like to go to like the NISCO, the
Yeah, the NISO guys.
the NISO. I'd like to go do some of that.
That's drag racing, and they're local, and they what those guys do is they rent out the
Airport.
airport that's a couple towns over from us. They rent out the airport for a day, and they do drag racing, street racing, basically. But it's legal, obviously, because they've rented out the airport.
Yeah.
And they usually have food trucks there, a couple food trucks and stuff. And they have a bunch of different really cool classes. So even if I didn't have something to run, it would be really cool. I could go there and just record a bunch of cool content. And then maybe Jason could take one of his Volkswagens or something. Maybe I'd take the Camaro or Carmen.
We go truck on
Go,
truck.
I could go drag race with Carmen.
Go do truck on truck.
Yeah.
Your truck versus my little yellow truck.
Yeah. Yeah, you would beat me probably because it's a V6 turbo, and that's like a 100 horse 454.
Yeah, we got equal horsepower.
But I'd win the coolness factor.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's more square body fans out there than there are Volkswagen Rabbit truck fans
I don't know.
at the drag strip.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of, like, that's kind of, I think that was the plan that we kind of set at the end of the season was new content. I really do think we kind of fell in a rut of just like burnout, like every weekend. So
Well, we got addicted, and then I had a car
Yeah.
that would do burnouts, and I was like, man, I could do another burnout. There's another burnout coming.
and your car was so cool of doing burnouts, like, and I was trying to do
Yeah.
burnouts.
And we're
that-
trying to grow the channel and spread the word and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So,
So
I think we're gonna try.
So I
and do-
picked up the Elko, and then it's like, man, this is so much fun. All I want to do is burnouts.
which we will do.
We'll do lots of burnouts.
And I neglected a lot of stuff around here. Like, I hung some shelves up now, and I started to get my stuff back out from before I added on to the building, so that my office area here actually feels like an office area where I can, I would like to get, I don't have the internet out here yet, but I would like to get the internet out here so that I can edit videos out here, and it can kind of be, the shop can be the shop, and I don't have to like,
HQ.
yeah, I don't have to do stuff in the house. I can kind of, when I come out here, the shop channel is here.
Yeah.
It's not half there, half here, half, on my phone, half, kind of get everything kind of consolidated. We're growing fast. I mean, we're at almost 800 subscribers, which
Yeah,
is
it's
insane.
insane.
I cannot believe that.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
yeah.
Absolutely every one of you.
I have had a few people ask me, what can I do to help the channel? Not buying merch necessarily or anything like that. Like, what helps the channel grow? And the biggest thing that I lack on my channel is watch time hours.
Yeah.
On my long form content. If you look, a lot of my videos get a couple of hundred views for, the whatever they call that, long frame or whatever they call that videos, where they're, not shorts, they're, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I'm not complaining about that at all because I'm tickled to death that 100 people want to sit and watch my
that
videos.
They even clicked on it and said,
yeah.
this is cool enough to deserve a first look.
Yeah, but as far as YouTube goes, I need more watch time hours in order to monetize and kind of go to the next level. So I would tell anybody that wants to help support the channel, the easiest, cheapest thing you can do is just watch our videos and share them.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know you hear that from everybody. Like,
knows.
share, subscribe. And I always tell blah blah blah, all the things, right?
But
So
it's kind of, the channel's kind of on the cusp of actually like,
and I have a lot of returning and diehard followers and fans and subscribers, and we 150% appreciate all of you and everything you do. And so, like I said, some people have asked me, and that, to me, the best thing you could do to help us grow the channel is just watch all the videos and tell other people to watch them. Tape them to chairs. Zip tie your best friend to a coffee table or chair. I was gonna go with, I was trying to think of a chair. I said coffee. I don't know why. I'm drinking too much coffee. An office chair. Put them right in front of the TV, and then make them watch all our videos on repeat. Like, it's kind of like that brainwashing thing that they did in the Army. And then next thing you know, tire smoke out of their ears or something. I don't know. I'm just being goofy.
Yeah.
But just that's it. Oh, I also, I don't know if I've mentioned this before on any of our lives because I don't keep notes. I forget half the stuff I talk about.
Instantly.
Instantly. I kind of got that ADD thing and lots of coffee. I do have a merch store. It is online, but I don't have the shipping all figured out yet. I'm working on that. As soon as I get the shipping and stuff figured out, I'll put links to that on our Facebook page. And as soon as YouTube will allow me to link it to our YouTube channel, I'll link it there, just in case anybody does want a hat, a t-shirt, or anything that I have on there. We've got some stuff on there. It's getting cold out, so I'm going to be going and talking to my guy because I try and source all of our merch locally to support local people and local shops and stuff like that. I'm not saying that the t-shirts that I get are made in the USA by any means, but a guy down the street that I know his name, I talk to him, I shake his hand, prints the stuff. So I'm going to be talking to him and try and get some beanie hats. And we're almost out of the original run of shop shirts. It just has a logo on the back. I've only got 2 or 3 of random sizes left.
I just refound mine.
So I'm going to be working on some new designs for t-shirts, and that'll be our staple shop shirt. That's just like a regular shop shirt. It's definitely going to have our logo on it, but I may put something cool on there. It says like "Keep on Wrenching" or whatever, that random something or other, or what, smoke tires, not meth. I don't know. we'll put something cool on there or whatever. It'll be a cool shop shirt, and then it'll be up on the store as soon as I get that going. But I've been trying to get the merch store kind of established, because once we get to the threshold of our watch time hours and I can monetize the channel and start doing all that stuff, I want to have all that stuff in the works so we can just roll it right in. I don't expect to sell 800 t-shirts in a day or anything crazy like that. I mean, I'm not going to complain if I did.
I think that was
I don't have to.
I think that was one of the coolest things to see when we went to Fort Wayne.
Oh yeah, Fort Wayne. People were just like, "I want a hat. I want a t-shirt, hats, t-shirt." I was like, "Whoa, this never happened to us before."
Yeah, that
but
was
we
the
went
first
out there and
place.
just trashed tires, and everybody was just like, They're like, oh, I was like, hey, we got a merch tent over there. And they're like, where? And they're like, shh. I get over there and my kids are like sweating. They're like, people just start grabbing t-shirts and stuff, which sounds crazy, but we sold, I don't know.
Yeah, I think up until about then, like the majority of the shirts.
We sold more at Fort Wayne than we sold all year
Yeah.
to anything else.
And it was up until
Which
then.
is really cool.
It was mostly like friends and family, like people that like we already knew.
Yeah.
And then like Fort Wayne, it was just like so cool to see just that flip, the switch flip, and it's like all of a sudden it's like people just running up and just being like tire of Carmen Electra, jar of a
I get
Carmen
jars of rubber.
and people are like,
just goofy
gotta
stuff.
have it. And it's like, yes, like thank you so much to everybody that visited the merch tent.
And I'm gonna try and come up with some other cool,
that was so fun.
kind of unique stuff that's not just, I went online and ordered a bunch of stickers from some place or t-shirts from some store in China. I want to have like some cool stuff in our store that's like, like the rubber or whatever.
Yeah,
and
the
like,
rubber in a jar. I mean, that was literally like we were just.
Charity used to make earrings,
Oh,
and she
yeah.
makes them out of like little nuts and bolts and things like that. So maybe we can get some jewelry on there for women. That way you don't get yelled. You go, hey, I'm watching this YouTube channel. And,
Or if somebody orders a shirt, they can be like, babe, I got you something too.
yeah, I got you some earrings.
Like total great excuse.
Yeah, and just tell them it was 25% off.
And if you order them,
I mean, it wasn't, but I mean, you could tell them that.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to look for a receipt. They're going to be so happy because the earrings are so cool. They're just going to believe you. But anyway, I'm being goofy. We don't have shipping or anything set up, but I will set it up. If anybody's dying to have a t-shirt or anything like that, just PM me or hit me up or message me somehow and I'll make sure I get something to you. I don't want to send people to the website and then they're buy like 100 t-shirts or something and I have no way to ship them because I don't have it set up. But I'm working on it. We're growing. Things are getting better. Things are getting cool. There's going to be tons of content coming. So
okay.
second Sunday of next month, which would be December. So that's going to be after Thanksgiving and all that stuff. So I want to tell everybody happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
And I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and keep up with our content because we'll be wrenching in the garage.
Don't mess up the
maybe-
macaroni and cheese. Don't mess the macaroni and cheese up.
Yeah. I may have a video. I may be eating some turkey and working on a car at the same time. You just never know around here. But anyway, I think it's is it past 8 o'clock now?
Oh yeah.
How many people we got in here? 2 people. Woo. Nice. Hey, thanks for sticking around with us. I
Yes.
don't know how long you've been in here, but I'm gonna say you've been here the whole time we've been rambling, so I really appreciate it. And I guess we're gonna take off, and we will catch you guys
Next month.
second Sunday of next month. I don't know what that date is, but I never do because I'm unprepared.
Yeah.
And
We'll see you then.
till then, keep on wrenching. Peace.
Do I just hit the X at the top?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. It'll tell you. End stream.